And we are live. Don't worry, we didn't update the Windows computer because if that was the case, we would not be live right now.
Oh,
Actually, we should say that we're late because we updated our Windows. How does that sound? It's a lie, but
we can actually skip topics and we can do how to block Windows 10 updates from happening on your computer.
oh, sweet.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
we're gonna
show the
double check
people.
something. Oh, yeah, that should be fine. So, if you hate Windows 10 updates, I don't recommend doing this because then you'll never update your computer. But
Because then you have to do it manually.
yeah, settings. You go to update security.
And then there's the
Then-
password to the computer now.
Oh, yeah. See, I also have updates here. So if you click on, I believe it is this one here. If you click it a bunch of times. Come on. Oh, it's not going to do it because I have... Oh, maybe it's advanced options. It's advanced options. We're working on it. One of these here is... Download updates over metered connections. Make sure it's off. Sometimes it's on. Make sure that's off. Then it's easy. Then you go over to your network settings. That was really fast. Your network right here. Doo-doo. And then you go to the network options, change connection properties. Yes.
And set
And then metered connection on. It won't update if it's a metered connection. You just told it it's a metered connection. Now it won't update as long as you stay on that internet. Then if you take it to a place and you get on their internet, you're going to have 1,000 updates.
Rip Starbucks internet.
But that's how you can disable Windows updates
Okay, cool. I didn't
If
know
you-
that was a thing.
if you want to. That's a great way to start off a news show is with tech advice.
We have some other, well, no,
News?
not really. We have some other news. Emphasis on the
Other.
some.
Oh, or that.
Well, the first one wasn't news, so this can't be other news because that would imply we'd. I feel like I'm not live here.
Uh-oh. You not live?
Let's see.
Oh, one of mine's live. Two of mine's live. All three of mine. Do the refresh.
Hey, I'm live.
There we go.
What do you know?
I only know we're live because you have your hat on backwards. Like a cool boy.
We've got a few topics. Emphasis on the few.
Yeah.
We
Apple-
have about as many topics as last week.
Give or take, yeah. A lot of these are Jacob's opinion things.
One of them is my topic.
Good job. Apple teaches its product owners how to clean their device. It's kind of sad. And they actually name brand names, and it's kind of curious. Behringer, the audio company,
Oh,
is
that
making
Behringer.
a free DAW, which is like audio editing. It's super cool.
Okay.
And it's free. That's the cool part about that one.
Yeah.
iPhone 9 has been announced,
It's so weird.
which is super weird. Oh,
iPhone was doing so good too. Their numbering schemes were pretty good. They had X, which
yeah,
10. That's
3,
fine.
3G, 4, 4S.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
yeah, they didn't just jump numbers.
Yeah.
They
Well,
were
until
using
now.
decimals.
Yeah.
School tried to make an app where students could do school from home. Students tried to find a way around it. Almost successful. It was really close. It would have been cool though. And then Devs 1, Data Miner 0.
This was an Apex legend. The devs beat the data miners. We'll talk about it.
And I got 3 things I want to talk about if our show ends up being 10 minutes long.
Which it will.
I don't know. We're halfway through 10 minutes. And we're doing pretty good so far.
Sweet.
I haven't made it to the first topic, which is Apple teaches its users how to clean their phone over at Mac Rumors.
Ooh.
It's super curious. Apple today updated its support document on cleaning Apple products with information that confirms it is okay to use 70% isopropyl alcohol wipe
Okay.
or Clorox disinfecting wipes for the purpose of cleaning germs from your devices. I feel like it's a really long sentence. That is all one sentence.
Yeah.
I was curious because they picked name brands.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if saying isopropyl alcohol, because I don't think isopropyl is a brand.
No, it's
It's
like
not.
just normal rubbing
Okay.
alcohol. And 70% is pretty common.
Yeah, I think I use the 85 or 90.
Yeah, there's definitely 92.
Yeah, I think it's the 92 that I use on all my stuff.
Okay. I think I've heard that 70% dries better because having extra water helps it dry, which is kind of weird.
Okay.
But actually, that might be something for you to look into. Because I'm assuming that's the reason you use rubbing alcohol is because it dries off quickly.
Yeah, and then I also use the air compressor to dry it off.
That works.
So I wipe it down and just blow with the air compressor.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's good.
It's clean air out of the air compressor too, which is why I like it.
Yeah.
It said it's filtered.
But that is interesting that they name brand Clorox. Hashtag sponsored.
Yeah, that was all I wanted this article for.
But this is coming because of all the coronavirus stuff. And guess where some people still use their phones to call?
Here's
So
a curious
having their
question.
phone up to their head all the time, maybe you want to wash it.
You might not be able to do this on a day, but average week, how many times does your phone touch your face?
Probably about maybe on average 1 or 2, like if not less.
Okay, and that's a week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Basically, very rarely, because honestly, rarely call on the thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I do touch it, it's like when I'm doing something with one hand, like I'm holding a drink or something, and trying to do something with my other hand on the phone. And I can't touch this button. Yeah, when the button's like far away.
Yep.
And then you just tap it with the nose.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But other than that, like if I'm holding something, even when I'm calling it, really
You
doesn't
kind
really
of hover.
touch it. Yeah.
Okay, so I probably make.
I don't do this,
Yeah.
which I know some people do, especially with older like landline phones.
Yeah, with my landline, I'll do that all the time, but I'm also on that all the time.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
work on computers with your hands and then talk on the phone. Yeah.
I would say with my phone though, I probably call on it. So it's either an extreme of one or the other. Either I'll use it 0 times that day because I'll be on the landline all day.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I'll use the cell phone almost strictly. And
Okay.
I'll use it like 12 times in a day.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like today, I think I used it 3 times.
Okay.
And then I always have to put it against my ear because I have bad hearing at this point.
Okay. Yeah. But, never hurts to wash it off unless your screen's cracked like mine.
Or mine.
So,
Oy.
but cool.
So Behringer, I don't know how much you do with Behringer products.
Basically, I've never heard of them in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a lot of them in my garage downstairs if you want to play with it.
Okay. Now, if I'm editing audio, like for a YouTube video or something, or any audio editing really, which is only ever a YouTube video, I just use Audacity
Okay.
because it's free.
Yeah.
I don't know what the purpose of this is, but
So Behringer mostly does, from my understanding, almost all the Behringer stuff I own
yeah.
is either stuff to plug in like XLR microphones or it's things to plug in instruments or mics.
Okay,
and then it's also
gotcha.
physical mixers to mix the channels.
Okay, cool.
That's what I know Behringer for, and that's what I mostly
Okay, so more of a physical hardware.
Yeah, I
piece
know
of
them
hardware.
only as their hardware.
Okay, gotcha.
But then Music Raider, Behringer is finally announcing a free DAW, which is pretty cool. So the simplicity term for DAW is that you can just have a bunch of different audio tracks go into it at once, and then you can remaster it on the DAW.
Okay.
Or you can make music in it in some
Okay.
cases, which is what this looks like. This is going to be.
Okay.
Interesting though. It says it's going to take at least 18 months for it to come up with something that's usable,
Okay.
because it's definitely not an easy thing. But I would be super interested in it.
So is this something that you think you'd put on a laptop and plug in USB peripherals to, and
So you
everything's
definitely
done?
Because
on
it's
the
like with
laptop?
my live band box. I have a live band box,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually has a Behringer mixer in it. It has a 16 channel mixer in it.
Hardware.
Hardware. Yeah.
Okay,
So you plug
gotcha.
16 XLR microphones if
Gotcha.
you wanted. And then you take a USB out on that, plug it into your laptop, and it will record all 16 tracks individually at the same time.
Oh wow, okay.
Over
That
MIDI.
is cool. Yeah.
So yeah, your laptop should be able, as long as you don't have a 1922 laptop, it should handle it.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so I really like Behringer products. And I think it's pretty cool that they're going to make a free one, because all the free ones I've tried, terrible garbage. Right now I'm using one that was $70. It works. I wish I could do more with it.
Yeah.
But
The nice thing about free is you can try it out, and if it doesn't work, then
you can buy something.
you've lost some time, but you haven't lost.
Yeah.
You haven't lost $70 buying something that doesn't work.
Yeah. So iPhone. The releases were iPhone 8, and then there was iPhone XR and X and all those.
Yeah.
Then iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro Max, and now they announced the iPhone 9.
Yeah, I wonder what the pricing is like here.
And that is why they're calling it the 9.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
the
more
wrong
of a
I can't click the right link.
more of a budget level iPhone
Yes.
for the money conscious.
What's crazy about it
Ooh,
is
wow.
it's not far from our price range
No, it's not.
at all.
Down here at Cut to the Chase, it says, what will it cost? Perhaps around $399, which is about the base price of
Any
the 3A.
Yeah.
But the 3A you can generally find for less than that, closer to 300, I think. The Google Pixel 3A, that is. Wow, that is a really good price.
Especially when Google and Samsung are coming out with these $1,400, $1,800 phones.
Yeah, now Yeah.
Apple has turned around. I was like, we'll throw out.
we'll
one
swap roles here.
They could phone people can afford. I think that's really the only interesting part about it.
Yeah, it could get a lot of people who haven't had the opportunity to have an iPhone, could get them a chance to get an iPhone and then maybe fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Which is probably Apple's
Well,
scheme. Not a bad scheme either.
no. So before I had this phone, I had an iPhone 4S.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't afford the new iPhone.
Yeah.
And so I went with Android.
Yeah.
Ironically, I went with a phone $200 less than the nicest iPhone at the time. So it was like
Almost enough money to get it.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks away. Just couldn't make it. But no, at that rate, I mean, that's a really nice price.
Yeah, if you scroll down to the specs down here, iPhone 9 specs, it says 3 gigabytes RAM, which is generally less than what you'd get in a normal old Android phone. Most of them are 4 gigs
4.6
or more.
Yeah.
A 13 chipset, apparently the same as used in the current iPhone 11, which is kind of surprising, actually.
That sounds good. I don't know how good it is, but
Yeah.
iPhone 11, I understand, works pretty well.
13's a decently big number in terms of bigger than most single-digit numbers in my experience. Now the screen size is kind of small, 4.7 inch,
amazing.
which some people like it, but I feel like someone who's wanting to get an iPhone is gonna want
Bigger.
the biggest thing. Yeah. Kind of a
They brought the touch button back, so they're using an old screen, I would assume then.
okay. So is this a touch button on
It's
the
a
front?
No, that's iPhone 8 picture. iPhone SE picture. They
And
don't
the
have any
back
front
of
pictures.
classic.
Okay, well,
Single camera, megapixels still unknown.
32 or 42 gig storage. No headphone jack.
No headphone jack. But what do we really expect?
I don't see that's bad specs.
Yeah, I wonder if it has an SD card slot for extra storage. Most people probably won't have an issue with 64 gigs, but maybe if you download videos to watch later.
I've been using 64 gigs for the last 3 years.
Do you have a lot of music on there? Or
I have a ton of pictures and
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, videos take up a lot of space. Pictures, I mean, obviously, a lot of pictures takes up a lot of space, but I wonder how expensive the latest AirPods are. Are they as expensive as this phone?
About half the price.
Wow.
200.
Let's see. The original AirPod Pros were $249, and the current AirPod Pro Lite is like $159.
Ooh.
So not as expensive as the phone, but kind of getting up there actually.
Yeah. This kind of goes into my topic of a problem I fixed with my motorcycle
Okay.
using earbuds. So I had the problem
Yep.
that I really liked the headphones I had.
Yep.
So they're over ear, so they wouldn't fall if I accidentally pulled on my cable.
So it's similar to what a lot of runners use. It goes over the ear, and the actual earbud thing goes in the ear. So it stays on if you move your head around.
Yep. Or if you accidentally pull it, it just pulls off on top of your ears. It's unpleasant, but they stay in, and that's the important.
Yeah, especially when you're riding out on the road at 60 miles an hour.
Don't want to get caught in your spokes and rip your head off.
Because that's how that works. They're really strong cables.
The strongest. But I had the problem with that it takes me 5 minutes to put my earbuds in because I have to move all my hair to get them in.
Yeah.
And so by the time I get the earbuds in, the helmet on, the jacket on, the gloves on, it's been like 5 minutes and people can get in their car, go somewhere, and get out of their car before I ever crank. So that couldn't be a solution.
Yeah.
But then I can't not use earbuds because it's so loud that my ears get exhausted.
Yeah.
So I got wireless Bluetooth earbuds.
Okay.
I kind of wish I brought them up here, but they're pretty much like the AirPods.
Okay, gotcha. But they're just a generic version,
Yep.
non-name brand.
They were $30.
Much cheaper. Yeah.
$30 earbuds. Put them in, put my helmet on, and they stick out my ear just enough
Okay.
that the helmet keeps them pushed in.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
But they don't stick out so far that when I pull it in, I can push my thumbs on the padding to get it around them.
Gotcha.
And then they stay in, which is beautiful. And it cuts down the motorcycle noise, which is what I need it to do.
And probably having the helmet on there, like,
Yep.
actually helps cut down the noise even more.
Yeah. And then I found out your phone can dual connect.
Oh, it can.
DUAL connect to Bluetooth devices.
Okay.
So I have my secondary Bluetooth motorcycle helmet part on, but it's speakers.
With the and
and it has the mic.
Okay.
So it has speakers and mic. So if someone calls, I can answer the call, then turn on the Bluetooth headset, wait 5 seconds, it connects, and then I can talk to them through the microphone of the helmet, and then listen to them through the secondary Bluetooth.
Gotcha.
And I can just turn it on, off, and it will auto connect and disconnect.
Okay.
And I got best of the both worlds.
That is cool, because I've seen the other side of that too, not with Bluetooth, but with Wi-Fi. A lot of these action cameras, like GoPros and such,
Yeah.
you connect via Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So the camera itself has a Wi-Fi hotspot, and you have to connect your phone to that Wi-Fi hotspot in order to like view the image on the camera or download files from the camera, whatever.
Yeah.
Or start recording, stop recordings on the camera. But the issue with that is you can't connect to two Wi-Fis at a time.
It's super aggravating.
Yeah. But this is cool that Bluetooth can actually work with two devices.
And that saved me a ton of problems because I was going to slit down where the speaker wire is and solder two connectors.
Yeah, I remember we talked about stuff like that.
But you won't believe how thin the two wires are in your headphones.
They're like as thin as a hair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
It's crazy. So I found out that Bluetooth Dual Connect is the way to go. I no longer use my headphone jack at all because everything at this point is Bluetooth connected.
Well, you can buy this iPhone then. You need a new phone anyway.
Yeah, I do need a new phone.
That broken screen.
But I finally graduated from my headphone jack on my phone. I don't have a use for it.
I definitely still use the headphone jack because I actually have some wireless earbuds, but they're never charged.
Oh.
Because I'm just too lazy to charge them. So that's its own issue. That's my own issue.
I can see that.
Not an issue with the phone. Not an issue with the earbuds. Just
too lazy to charge
too
them.
lazy to charge them.
Now, does your earbuds not come with a case that charges them?
They did, but
You can't
only
charge the
works
case?
if it's charged.
Oh, man. That's one of the things I solved this week in my world. Never thought it was going to be a problem to begin with, but...
Speaking of things that we've solved in this world,
Sponsor spots.
this video is sponsored by Jmart Media and
Nephew Tech. Go us.
We solve
All the-
problems.
We solve all the problems. We have yet to find one we can solve.
Generally, we cause them and then we solve them, but don't tell anybody.
That's how you solve them.
Speaking of problems,
You know something else that was interesting about the you can't connect to two Wi-Fi points.
Sometimes you can connect to data, like cell data and Wi-Fi at the same time. So you can still browse the web when you're connected to a action camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
The
Is that the
Behringer
interesting thing?
mixer that I have, it has 3 options. So you can either
Okay.
connect it with a Ethernet cable to a computer
Oh,
for internet access,
okay.
or you can connect it. You can connect like your phone or your laptop to it through Wi-Fi. So the Behringer
Yeah.
itself will put out a hotspot like an action camera
Mhm.
would, and so you connect straight to it. But then you can't use your phone for texting memes. Or you can set up the wireless in the Behringer, and it will connect to the Wi-Fi network in the house or the building, and then you can text memes and mix audio.
So it's like you connect to the Behringer's connect to the other network. So your phone can get internet through the Behringer on the other network, but you can also connect to the Behringer because you're connected to the Behringer.
That's a super confusing way to put it, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's another.
So
cool-
you have shown me that actually. I have
Yeah.
seen a Behringer thing then.
Okay.
Yeah. You have all the tablets
used to
and stuff
sit
that
right
connect
there.
to it.
Before it got taken over to someone else's house.
Ah, I know that someone.
Yeah. Speaking of that someone, you try to downvote your school's app, so you can do school from home because of the virus. It's not going to work.
So in case you haven't heard, there's this virus that seems to have originated or the outbreak began in Wuhan, China.
Wuhan.
So needless to say, they kind of like basically shut everything down
Mm-hmm.
to try and limit the scope of the virus, which honestly has probably helped, but hasn't worked out that great, to be completely honest. But one thing they did was shut down schools, closed all the schools. And that means that I guess kids can't learn or whatever. So they have this app for
Called
kids to learn on.
Ding
this-
Talk.
Ding Talk, is that what it's called?
It's called Ding Talk.
Oh, wow. That is an interesting name.
Students are meant to sign in and join their class for online lessons. Teachers use the app to set homework, and then they
Good
go
idea.
on.
A lot of my community college classes were online, similar, not on the Ding Talk app.
Like 90% of mine were online.
But, I mean, yeah, it makes sense to do this. But,
The problem is it's an app in an app store, not a website.
yes. And one feature of most app stores is that you can
Rate it.
upvote or downvote apps, or like,
1 star,
5-star it
2-star.
versus 1-star it. Same thing. Ish.
Oh,
Not really the same thing. Kind of the same thing.
You can only give 1 or 5 stars. That's your only options.
Well, you can report it too,
Oh, okay.
right?
Have you ever reported an app?
I reported a YouTube commenter who commented on one of my videos the other day.
Really?
Yeah, with some nasty language.
He was talking in Java.
He was, yeah. No, he was using bad languages. Which I don't really want on my channel.
But yeah, no, this was kind of cool that the school released an app on the App Store. All the students gave it 1 stars to try to take it off the App Store because it would be reported as spam if all the reviews were 1-star reviews. But it was unsuccessful. It
Nice try, kids.
looks like you'll be in a school for another day. Now this last one you have to walk me through.
Okay, so
It's a lot of French. to me.
basically, video games. To
Are
play a
bad.
video game, you have to download it, all right, onto your
Okay.
computer.
That
Unless
makes
you have
sense.
something like Stadia, blah, 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 blah. Wow, I thought my volume was muted. So there's this game called Apex Legends, which is a battle royale game, blah, 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 classic battle royale game.
Okay.
And one thing that a lot of these battle royale games are doing now is they're releasing seasons. So each season they'll release a new character or release a new map or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
And generally these things are included in source code, but they're hidden before they're actually released.
Okay, that makes sense.
And what data miners do is they go in and try to decompile the source code so they can read the code or read the configuration files, maybe see image files that are hidden to see if they can predict the next character that's going to come out. And what data miners did in Apex Legends was they found a new character, a hidden character that they thought was going to come out in the next release. But it turns out the devs put this fake character in there as a way to misdirect data miners.
That's kind of cool.
Which is kind of a cool idea.
I wonder if they ever put like little hints in there, just like little
Easter eggs.
Yeah, just for the people who work that hard and digging through the code.
I mean, in this case, they kind of did an Easter egg, although it was a misleading Easter egg, which is it makes it all that much better.
Yeah.
But Apex is it's an okay game, but it's a battle royale, and I'm bad at shooting games, so I've played it some, but generally try to stay away from it. It's fun to play with friends.
Yeah, that's
without friends, because you can't play solo.
Yeah,
you have to be in a 3Q or 2Q now. I think I don't know. Plus, I just don't have time. 9 to 5 plus 17. Need to add some more hours to this week.
Feels like that more and more every day, right?
I literally showed up to this stream
10, 5, 6 minutes.
Like 3 minutes before it started.
Oh.
And that's not an exaggeration.
Man, so I got that wireless add-on for VR. So I got the HTC Vive.
Yes.
Not the Pro. The old school HTC Vive at this point. I got the VR headset add-on. Or that's not the right word. Wireless headset add-on for VR. I was shocked at how light it was, which was amazing.
Yeah. That was the first thing when you mentioned it to me and you said you were going to tell me something about it. The first thing I thought was that you were going to say it's terrible because it's too heavy.
Yeah, but it's surprisingly light. Like I was even playing in the gym shorts and having the battery just in my pocket.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so light, is that the battery is not attached to your head. The crazy part is the battery is 10,000 milliamps.
Wow. So that's like 4 or 5 of these things.
Because most phone batteries are about 3,000.
Okay.
3,000, 3,500.
That's a cheap phone.
Okay. So I think mine's like 32 or 34.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 times the size of your phone battery.
Yeah.
Guess how long you could play VR before your headset cuts out from no power in the battery?
I'm guessing like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Oh, you are very close. About 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So you get about 2.5 hours for 10,000 milliamps.
Because it's a stinking powerful screens inside that thing.
Yeah.
A lot of motion sensing stuff, which has to pull very often, I would assume.
Yep. So you're looking at almost 4,000 milliamps per hour to play it.
Wow.
You know how long it takes to charge a 10,000 milliamp power bank?
No.
If you're not using quick charge, so you're just using like a standard.
Did you just plug it in by USB?
Yes, you
micro
plug it
USB?
into a USB.
Okay.
So if you just plug it into a USB 2.0 port in the front of a desktop, 10 to 12 hours. If you plug it into a quick charge port, though, you can do it in like 4 hours.
So get multiple batteries.
So I've got 2 ordered. So
Okay.
we'll have 3 batteries.
Okay.
I ordered one more 10,000, and then I ordered a 20,000. I'm going to see if the 20,000's too big.
Yeah.
And even if it is, then we have 2 10,000s.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you could drain them both and not have anything to play with.
Yeah. But if you keep the other one charged, like
it's also 5 hours straight of VR, so you know.
Yeah.
Let's calm down that VR.
Your batteries might be just out of charging by that point. Might need to take a sleep.
Yeah, but I was shocked that it takes 4,000 milliamps an hour.
That is a lot. Because I mean, one of these phones,
Yeah.
which has a nice screen, it's not being constantly used the entire time
Yep.
that the phone like is existing. Whereas the VR headset is constantly on.
Yeah, that's like draining your phone battery in less than an hour. Is what it's doing for people who don't understand 4,000
Batteries.
milliamps. Yeah. So that was like the first thing that really got me, which is why I went ahead and ordered 2 more batteries.
Yeah. That is crazy.
The nice part is the batteries are universal. There's 2 requirements for the battery. It needs to, and the 2 requirements are very loose.
Okay.
It needs to support Quick Charge 3.0.
Okay.
And it needs to support 18 watt.
Okay.
In order to be Quick Charge 3.0 compliant, it has to be at least 18 watt.
Okay.
So you have to have one of those two.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, you can use almost any battery bank, which is really nice. That's not a proprietary battery bank. Thank you, HTC.
Oh, wow. So it's literally a battery bank like you would use to charge your phone?
Yeah, so you can literally just charge your phone while you play VR if you wanted. Not
wow,
really,
that is really cool.
because it uses all 18 watts. But
Yeah.
you could stop playing VR and charge your phone if you wanted.
Oh, wow. That is cool. So it's a lot cheaper than buying one specifically built for a VR headset.
Yep. So I bought one 10,000 and it was $13. 13.
Dang. Why'd you only buy 2 extra?
And then I bought a 20,000 and it was $24.
Wow.
But that's also
amazing.
right at $40 worth of batteries.
Yeah.
So I was like, that should be plenty of battery.
Yeah, because like you said, you're not really going to be playing it for 5 hours straight.
But then, so if we have a bunch of friends come over, then we don't have to worry about the batteries.
Yeah.
And everyone just sitting there awkward
And
battery charges.
I guess at the end of the day, you can always throw in the cables too.
Yeah.
Like if you literally run out of batteries.
But then, so playing without cables, holy crap.
Way better.
It is a life changer. The first thing that everyone asked me as soon as I told them, I tried texting you and kept failing, so I gave up. Something else we have to figure out. So, first thing everyone asked me was, did you notice any latency or any type of lag?
Yeah.
Or like, hey, it's not
It's
not the
pretty
same
sick.
gameplay feeling.
Yeah.
None. I didn't notice a single difference
Dang.
in gameplay. It was ridiculous in that regard. So you played baseball, right?
Yeah.
One thing that I always had a problem with baseball was moving my feet.
Okay.
So like when a ball is coming towards you,
Yeah.
you would lean as far as you could, but you would not. You would always have your feet planted.
Gotcha.
And that's one thing I had a problem with.
Yeah.
Playing Beat Saber in the normal straight view, you don't have to really move your feet. You move them a little bit when you duck.
When you
But
lean and
otherwise,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Otherwise, you really don't move your feet.
yeah, gotcha.
Beat Saber with 360, which is a new feature that was just released. I'm also going to pull it up.
So is it the same game, just an extra like setting or add-on? Or is it a completely new download?
So it's within the same game.
Okay, cool.
Oh. Let's see how fast we get demonetized on this. So it looks kind of like, no thank you.
Oh, wow. So there's like 2 courses or something.
No, so there's like, they can go all the way around you.
Okay.
So it's unlimited tracks almost around you.
Gotcha.
So you'll spin all the way around.
Okay.
But right now it's staying within like a 90-degree
Okay,
angle.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we'll go all the way around. Having to pick up your feet to spin around in a circle is so hard to do when you played Beat Saber with your feet planted for a year and a half.
Dang.
It's like playing baseball without having to move your feet and then being told, you can pick your feet up. They're not glued to the ground.
How quickly did your brother take to it? Because he's really good at Beat Saber.
He's out of town. Left this morning.
Okay.
I got the wireless in this afternoon.
Dang. That's going to be crazy to see because he's gotten so good at Beat Saber, but
yeah,
this is
almost an entirely different
very
game
different,
at this
yeah.
point. So a couple things I do like about the 360 and the restrictions the HTC Vive in particular has is field of view. So one thing that developers can do when they're making their 360 levels is that you're not dependent on anyone's field of view. Like ours field of views are probably different.
Okay.
Not by much, but you probably might see a little bit more than I can. Or
Gotcha.
I might see a little more.
Yeah, yeah.
But with the Oculus, it's goggles, and you can see the black border around the edge.
Yeah.
So the developer knows how much you can see. So they know if you're looking at this note, you can't see a note 90 degrees to an angle of you.
So even though you can hit notes in 360, they wouldn't throw a note in front and behind. They would throw a note here, 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 to get you to follow the notes around, but not to like hide notes from you.
Yeah. Now, user custom created levels, of course, can do that.
So basically, it's a memory level at that point.
Yeah. But it was really cool playing these levels and being guided. And the worst part about it was to take off the VR headset and be facing in the wrong direction.
I was about to ask that. How quickly do you lose your sense of direction without the cables?
Very fast.
Yeah.
Especially with your headphones on.
Yeah, when you
It's
can't
like-
hear
Yeah.
the speaker that the sound's coming from. Yeah, wow.
It's crazy. I kind of want to end the stream and put you in it now. We passed the 30-minute mark.
Woo woo! That was more than I expected.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of ran out of topics at the 12-minute mark.
It's really been only 34 minutes is what mine says.
35 minutes, 14 seconds.
Sweet.
Record time. We did it.
We did it, YouTube. Woo!
5 topics.
7 minutes per topic, ish. So,
One day there'll be news, and we'll talk for hours. But until that time, we'll be playing Beat Saber.
let's talk about that next week.
Always.